and yet can't stop coming back to the site for more. I loved Watchmen, didn't love Dark Knight, but despite our inverted opinions, I want you guys to know how much fun my friends and I have with the site. Keep up the good work, and sometimes you're frustrating. If you ever need to crash in Long Island, why would you? I have no idea. I'll be there next week. Yeah. There are 5 places with couches for you guys. And that's from Veritas.
Veritas, thank you.
Actually, I'm glad I read that because he hit on a point. It's great that you disagree with us,
right?
But you are entertained. That's all we want you to be. Please disagree with us all you want to. Call us some fucking fools, but are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Is this not what you have come here for?
For entertainment. Well,
no, that's good.
It's always great hearing something like that. Yeah,
no, it's
awesome.
Good, and that's exactly.
But I'd be worried. I mean, I did love the Watchmen, so I'd be more worried about you guys. I hope you guys make it out alive if you do end up hanging out there. You frustrated us to high heaven. Come hang out with us and fucking turn you into soup.
I love the way it starts out.
What's going on?
Dear honorable and magnificent co-host, and that other, and this is me, and that other who dares interrupt the co-host infinite brilliance.
Ooh.
And this is from Spider John, who says, "Question for Let's Do This.
Awesome.
Answer at your own peril."
Ooh.
Oh, I guess we got to now.
I'm ready for the peril.
Now this is I already don't understand this question here, just from seeing what I see. But it says, "What do you think about big-lipped alligator moments? If you are unfamiliar with the term, it refers to a scene in a movie or TV show that has nothing to do with the plot, and once it is over, is never mentioned again, such as the singing alligator scene in All Dogs Go to Heaven, from which can such moments enhance a movie, or are there any? Are they nothing more than distractions from the plot?" A lot of times, I would say they're distractions. Right. One of the things that annoyed me the most, it was already in what I consider to be somewhat of a shitty movie, but in Domino, they have a scene with Monique where she's on Jerry Springer, right? And the movie is already nuts, all right? But then they have this one scene where she comes out and she's making jokes on Jerry Springer and she's being obnoxious, and I'm just thinking to myself, this is annoying. It has nothing to do with the movie. The movie's already too long, and I wish they would have cut this out. Right. So I think a lot of times you're going to be, if it has nothing to do with the movie, you're going to be kind of caught off guard. You're going to be like, what does that have to do with anything?
It's like a kick in the face all of a sudden. It's like you can watch a terrible movie, then all of a sudden you'll have one scene that just kicks you right in your face and in your nuts. And I have the perfect answer for this, because when I was watching Cabin Fever, I was like, I'm not getting the vibe of this film. I'm not feeling it. I don't really care about it. But there's a scene that comes out of fucking nowhere. I mean, out of the fucking blue, with this kid with a fucking, he looks like he has a mullet. I think he does have a mullet. This kid comes out of nowhere and starts doing these karate moves out of the fucking blue.
But that's funny. That is actually funny.
And it's just a scene, and it's in fucking Zack Snyder slow-mo, where he's just like, yeah, it's like about a 5-minute scene, and it has nothing to do with the movie. It's just him doing these karate moves, and it's out of nowhere. And I swear to God, at that moment in time, I looked at this, I'm like, this one little 5-minute segment is pure genius.
Yes.
And the rest of this fucking movie can fucking flush itself down the
That's a
fucking
great
toilet.
answer, man, because that movie, I liked the movie. I wasn't crazy about it, but I really wasn't. I wasn't, because a lot of people came out telling me, and keep in mind, this is a crowd that saw him at one of these film festivals.
Jerk-off fest?
Yeah, exactly. And these are people who don't know him, met him once, and they were like, what's his name?
We're great pals.
What's his name?
Who? The director, Eli Roth.
Eli. Oh, yeah. These people talking about, man, Eli.
Yeah.
Eli is so cool. Eli, and it's like,
What a pal.
Yeah, what the fuck? So you were at a festival where you got to shake hands with him once, and all of a sudden he's like,
friends.
Yeah, Eli.
Best friends. He ain't
Fucking
calling your
Eli,
ass.
yeah. So I wasn't like that. I was like, I don't know this fucking guy. But the movie I thought was okay. I was entertained by it. I liked it. But that kid, you're right. It had nothing to do with the movie. And it was fucking funny, man.
They even have like in the behind the scenes, I remember seeing like a segment where it was all about how they met this kid. I can't remember his name, but he just came in the audition. Basically, his audition tape, I think it was an audition tape. All it was him doing karate. And they just saw this guy and this kid, and they're like, all right, you got to do karate in this fucking movie. And that's it. We're giving you a role just out of the fucking blue. And I'm like, all right, number one, you really can't give too much of a shit about your film. If you're letting just some kid with one talent come in, it's like the talent show interrupted the fucking movie. And honestly, the talent show is a lot better than the fucking movie, at least to me.
Damn.
So I was like, all right.
Well, I'm
this
thinking,
part I'm sold
man,
on.
this happens a lot, and sometimes it's cool, sometimes it isn't.
Right.
In Nightmare Before Christmas, they had Oogie Boogie, who was not introduced at any moment in the movie, came out of nowhere. Yeah. And you're thinking, you know what, this is a cool animation scene.
Right.
But they could have taken this character out of the movie, really.
You would never have thought
you
about
never
him,
would have noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, yeah. So that's one moment where I thought, like, it depends on your point of view. It could be cool, it could be not. I mean, there's so many movies. I'm thinking about Purple Rain, where there was a scene between Morris Day and Jerome, and they had this thing where they do Who's on First type sketch, except it's like, what thing? What do you mean? What?
No.
And it's like, and it's a terrible scene. Some people thought it was really funny though.
Yeah.
Even though I was a kid, I was like,
I haven't seen that movie since the olden days.
that scene could have been cut out of the movie and had.
It's funny you
nothing to do with
say that
anything.
because I was thinking about that movie today and
Purple Rain.
Yeah. There's a Mr. Bungle. Anybody who knows Mr. Bungle knows what I'm talking about. They did a demo where they actually did a line from the movie, and I thought about it was a Purple Rain line, and all I told myself was, I need to fucking rent that movie sometime soon or download it. So, because I hadn't seen that movie in years, and all I remember was the scene where I guess the mother and father that they're having their Rihanna. Chris Brown moment, and Prince goes running out of the room or something. Domestic fight.
Oh, Prince goes in and like beat up his father.
Yeah.
His father ended up slapping the shit out of him.
Right.
Oh no, Prince punches his father. And
That's right. Yeah.
And his father's on the ground and is like, I would die for you.
Why do we scream at each other?
His father with that.
What sounds like.
You know, his father is Clarence Williams III, who has always looked kind of crazy. He was in I can't remember what he was in lately, but I remember him being in. He was Link from the Mod Squad, from that old TV show, The Mod Squad.
Oh wow!
And then he was who else was he? Was he was in that movie Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the
motherfuckers or whatever. Welcome to hell, motherfuckers.
The shit.
Yes.
That's my favorite line.
And he was that dude in
that guy
Half Baked
genius.
Samson.
Samson, got to talk to Samson. Todd being black
That
and
dude's
gifted.
always looked scary. And Clarence Williams was third. He's always had.
Yes, Killer Bee.
that dude has never had a haircut and has looked crazy as hell all his life.
There's one line in Half Baked that he always says. I don't think anybody gives a shit about it, but there's a scene where all the guys come in and you see him with like a handkerchief over his face, and he says, "Hello, boys." Every time I see you guys, sometimes I'll go, "Hello, boys." It's awesome.
All right, we got a question here from Master of the Matrix.
Oh, that's scary.
What is your favorite theatrical experience to where when you saw it, the audience was participating and you or whoever loved it, but when you watched the same movie at your home, you didn't like it as much?
Oh, that's a good one. Shit.
Well, hey, look,
Snakes on a Plane?
God damn it, you took the one right out of my mouth.
That was the only one. That's the only one I can think of.
No, you said the same thing I was going to say because Snakes on a Plane People were so hyped to participate in it.
We went to the midnight screening.
Exactly.
Every kid, every college kid was fucking there. Anybody who knew anything about all the internet hype was there.
Yeah.
And it was
that first night that movie made money.
Drunken party, yeah.
And we walked out saying we loved this movie.
Oh, yeah.
But
we loved it.
We had to realize, like, if we saw this at home, this would not be the same thing.
I dared not to rent it.
Yeah, no, I have not seen it since we saw it in the theater. So, but yeah, that's one. I just recently saw My Bloody Valentine, and I don't think it would have the same effect if I saw it by myself.
You're probably right about that, yeah.
I saw it with some
3D.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to answer for some other people because I've never really done the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing.
Yeah,
but
I never did.
I mean, come on, that's the ultimate movie where you cannot have the same experience at home.
Not at all. Like, if I there's a lot of movies that I refuse to watch. That is one of them because it seems like that would be more of an audience participation.
Hold on. Yeah, damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
that would seem like more of an audience participation film than anything.
No, you're right about that. And it is. Let me see. Yeah, that's one that you will definitely not get the same experience. Okay, let's see. We have Story 24.
Tell us your story.
Hey guys, love the site, and this is my favorite show. You're not just great entertainment, but talk about a lot of serious stuff too. We did talk about some serious stuff tonight. We talked about beating women.
Yeah, you
don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not right.
It's just that's it. That's all we just say. Don't
love your women. Don't beat them
unless she says the wrong thing to you. Yeah, knock that whole. No, I'm kidding. No, we don't feel that way at all.
Beautiful women have so many
anyone
benefits.
Who says it's too long, I managed to find the pause button if I have to. Good man. That's what you should do.
Smart man.
I don't see what's so hard about that.
Anyway, out of me, huh?
My mom and dad. Oh, he's a Brit. My mom's
my mom and duds.
Anyway, my mom and dad.
Tally ho!
Always telling me about their greatest cinema experience. Being when they saw Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark at a cinema in New York. And nearly everyone on the screen stood up at the end and applauded. What I want to know is, what are some of your most memorable or greatest moments you remember from watching movies? Hey, man, that's too vague.
Tally ho!
I mean, we could go on and on. Look, I will tell you one. I will tell you one. I was so into dinosaurs when I was a kid that when I finally got to go see dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, I'm just a kid. I cried.
Oh, you pussy!
When I was like, oh, dinosaurs do walk the earth.
You are a woman.
E.T. had me crying, man. I go back to movies that made me cry. No, that's a good. Okay, I'm saying that's too vague, but there are some defining moments for me in movies. E.T. is a major one. Pinocchio is a major influence. Pinocchio. Almost any Disney movie from the old area, from Jungle Book to Cinderella to Snow White, almost like that golden age of Disney is major defining moment on me. Let's see. Indiana Jones was a major moment for me. E.T., did I mention already, is a major moment. That's one that I really cried in. Pulp Fiction was a major moment for me in film.
Good answer.
And what is one recently? City of God is a major. Yeah. I was going through such a drought of movies, and then when I saw City of God, I said, "Wow, this is filmmaking." What do you call it? There's a movie called Cube. It's one of the few movies that really, in a long time.
You like that?
Cube, yeah. Cube.
That's funny because I thought I was the only one who liked that.
I love that movie. That is one of the few movies. I just saw it on a whim. I was dating this girl at the time, and and she was like, "Let's go to a movie." And I said, "All right." There's this movie I read about called Cube. I thought it was cheesy, but I read the description. They say it's gory. I don't see how it can be, but let's go see it.
You know,
I saw it. I was nervous through that whole movie.
No shit. You know, it's funny because I was trying to think the first time I saw Cube, and I think I saw it at Leon's. I was hanging out with Leon, and somebody brought it, and I was like, "Holy Jesus, this is a crazy film! It's awesome. How come I've never heard of it?" I'll say, okay, as far as Empire Strikes Back. I remember.
I'm sorry, that is one for me too.
Empire Strikes Back, the Battle of Hoth. It felt like I was watching a documentary, like this was actually going on somewhere, and I was like, I was in complete awe of that film. Especially towards the end, at the ending when the big reveal. I won't spoil it, but no, that movie, wow. That movie made me love cinema, and what made me want to be really enthralled with cinema was Evil Dead 2. I mentioned that. Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2 was really...
I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life.
Let me tell you something.
I was a huge fan of horror. Yeah, and just anti-heroes.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I just want to agree with you real quick.
Right.
I just want to say, as a kid, I saw that, and it blew me away, man. I said, I don't know if I should laugh at this or not. And that's when I realized that you could combine humor with horror outside of American Werewolf in London.
Right.
So, I'm sorry.
Right. No,